This is 1968. 1968. I had 1 year of college under my belt. And as a matter of fact, I had gone to college in Iowa, a place very much like where I'm at right now, and I could only handle a year of it. After a year, I said, nah, some white people are very nice, but I didn't want to be whited out. So I left and came back to New York City and got very much involved with whatever the movement was. And when it came time to go on stage on Malcolm X's birthday on May 19th, I was so intimidated. People were talking about how the last poets are intimidating. My God, Harlem itself was an intimidation. I could not imagine myself going on a stage in Harlem. I figured every place in Harlem was like the Apollo. If you go on stage, man, and you're not good, the Sandman.
Waiting for Sandman. Sandman's coming.
He's going to come and take you off the stage. So I came to Harlem about a week or two earlier, before the 19th of May, because I was already fired up because they had just killed Martin Luther King on April 4th. So that turned my head completely around. I was no longer a nice little color guy. I became instantly black, because I figured if you're going to kill a man who was obviously promoting nonviolence and doing and saying the things that he was saying, I mean, there's nothing safe. Nothing is sacred here.
You know, it's interesting. You know how lives cross and paths cross, and you don't even know that they did. I was, again, my grandmother lived on 117th Street and 7th Avenue, which is Allen Clayton Powell Boulevard now.
Right.
And the moment that Dr. King was killed and it was announced over the news, I could hear someone yell out of a window, "Oh, my God, they've killed Dr. King." And I remember catching that 2A bus up 7th Avenue, man, and seeing the look on our people's faces on that day, April 4th.
Right.
I never wanted to ever see that again, the kind of collective pain that we suffered on that day. And I literally, man, I mean, literally, you could start hearing the alarms going off in people's stores as they try to close up their stores. But man, brothers and sisters was like on a shopping spree.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt. There was no doubt. So, I mean, but that was the beginning for me. That was the beginning of my active consciousness. And I felt real bad about what happened, but I felt very, very good about the fact that I have been able to be a voice and to try to at least strengthen the ranks over the years. And I have also been blessed to just meet a lot of fantastic poets throughout the country, throughout the world. And I know you got a bunch of them in Houston, because I got some brothers in my house on Sunday who are from Texas, and they are fierce. And I think, well, no, two of them are from Austin. But I mean,
that's still in Texas, though. Abiodun, honestly, though, that's a whole different place. You should see bumper stickers in Austin that say, "I love being a geek." You know, Austin is like a whole nother. It's avant-garde. It's modern. It's green. It's one of the greenest cities in America.
Very progressive.
Very progressive city. So it's very interesting. But sometimes people wonder if Austin is in Texas, even though it's the capital.
Well, we were in Texas a few years ago, and Austin was the place. And I recall, and this is kind of a wild story, but I do recall being in a filling station. Umar bin Hassan, the brother who did in or Scared of Revolution. I don't want to say the word because people might get upset.
Yeah.
But he was making a phone call. We were at a filling station in Austin, and the guy came over the microphone. The guy inside the store, inside the place, he said, "What's going on over there on Pump 6?" And I said, I told the crew, I said, "Listen, I'm gonna go in the store. I'm really a candy boy. I gotta give me a Hershey's, and so I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna let him know that we're not doing anything over here at Pump 6. We're cool. We're just using the phone." And I go inside and I said, "We're not using any gas. We're not taking gas. We're not doing anything to the pumps. We are just using the public phone that's near the pumps." And the guy said, "Well, I gotta watch you ends because I don't know what y'all are up to." I said, "What? You gotta watch what?" He said, "That's right. That's what y'all are to me." I mean, I could not believe this man's mouth was so just free. I mean, like, he could say that. And this is just a few years back. But, yeah, maybe Austin has something that's special going on, but they've got some deep-rooted stuff that's very bush-like.
Bush-like.
No
pun intended.
I don't know how she did it, But Akua hold the queen of radio. I don't care if you go north, south, east, or west. I don't care which Akua you like the best. If there was two of them, she'd be both of them. She was on the phone, and then she appeared right here in person. Hey,
beam me up, Scotty.
That's more than modern technology. She just
she's got that ability.
Man, oh man,
I was transposed.
But
Assalamu alaikum, brother Robert. I get to see you not just in the virtual world, but in the real world.
I mean, like for real, not even two-dimension. It's like you touch me, I'm real. Oh my goodness, you're here. Man, brother, we enjoy each other. We enjoy this way of communicating with the people. This is like, connect the dots. Our motto is the people are smarter than you think. And also that we like to put the hump in people's hump day because, in the middle of the week, we let the people know what's going on in terms of the weekend. So, again, we have you on Saturday, June the 13th. We'll start at 11 o'clock at the Shrine of Black Madonna. Going to have a poetry workshop for our youth and for hip-hop artists. And then at 8 p.m. at the Miller Outdoor Theater at Herman Park. Be there free. For those of y'all that might like synonyms, longer words, it's complimentary. You got to go to a hotel. I travel to a hotel with Mr. Farrakhan. They give you a lot of stuff complimentary. And I had to translate for some brothers. That's like free. So it's free at the Miller Outdoor Theater. We want you to be there, and our brother Abiodun will be there for you, and also the global movement, Inertia, Step It Up, Jazz Youth Combo Ensemble. We got DJ Cool, MD, and we also got Israel McLeod, visual media artist. I mean, it's going to be on and popping.
I hope that the people can really respect what you're doing, because a lot of times when you do free events, people don't respect it because they didn't have to reach into their pockets for any money. And so it's just like, how much could it be worth if it's free? This is worth everything. We are at a position now in our lives where we have got to come together. I mean, having Barack Obama and Michelle in the White House is only a symbol. We've got major work to do to have our personal reparations of ourselves. Forget the reparations we never gonna get. We're never gonna get to 40 acres of mill. We got to do some repairing within us, and this is how we do it. Sometimes when we say something is free, many folks just have it's like falls on a deaf ear. It's like, it's not worth nothing. They're gonna give it away. It ain't got no value. The fact is that it's the lineup that you just ran down, and the fact that I'm going to be there, and I know what I'm walking with. I'm ready to blow up the place on every level possible.
And he's talking about performing, y'all.
Huh?
I said he's
don't worry. But
no, I'm talking about in a very positive way.
I know you. We know you are, brother. But
I mean, all right, but I have to explain to the other.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, brother. We pulling your chain, brother.
Okay, really. All right. Well, the fact is, I just hope that the people listening will not take this free thing lightly and recognize that this is a serious gift that you all have worked hard at developing. You say you've been doing the spoken word thing for 19 years. That alone deserves some kind of respect and some kind of support. So I just broke ground here in Ashland, Oregon on Monday. They had their very first spoken word open mic poetry slam at a place called Stillwater. And the sister that put it together, she didn't know what kind of audience she was going to get. She didn't know what was going to happen. The place was packed, and we had a good time. And I am 3,000 miles plus away from home, and people came out just to see who this guy, the last poet, was. I mean, and it was so amazing, and it was a rocking good time. And I cannot walk down the street of this little town in Ashland, which is only about 5 blocks long, without people saying, "I was there. I saw you. That was great. That was wonderful."
I know that's right, man.
And so I'm saying to myself, I'm just getting ready for Houston.
Brother Abiodun, before we close, I want to say 2 things real quickly. Thank you for agreeing to come to Houston. And many people know they saw Gil Scott-Heron on the bill, but Abiodun is stepping up. He'll be here. We will not present Gil Scott-Heron this time, maybe another time, but that's 8 o'clock at Miller. But the second thing is I want people who are interested in supporting us, because like you say, free is not free. If you're interested, you can log on to our website, Amanzala Production.